Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. I got videos today from Men Need to Be Heard.
Ladies, this one's for you, though. I already know most of you aren't going to be willing to listen.
Nope.
Because I hate to break it to you, but to quote one of my favorite Who tunes, this song is over. The fat lady has sung. Men are done, and they aren't coming back anytime soon. So let's stop pretending this is a dating slump. This isn't a rough patch. This isn't men needing to heal. This isn't men being afraid. No, ladies, what this is a full-scale exit. Men are walking away from dating, from marriage, walking away from long-term commitment, and they are not circling back.
He's 100% correct. Like, I just look at my own comment section. You guys, the viewers and the commenters, I want to say like 70 to 80% of you guys are full MGTOW. Full MGTOW. Don't want to date. Don't want to marry. Don't care about living with the woman for long term. You guys don't even care for those things anymore. And I don't even hate on you guys. I want the best choice for you that you think is the best choice for yourself. Because you know, I don't know. I don't know your life. I don't know the trials and tribulations that you've gone through, right? You choose. I've always pushed for families, but even myself, as I get older and work harder and throw myself into more projects, even more as I look at, do I really want family? It makes me question myself more, right? It's not that I think, family is end all be all, but I think it's a wonderful thing that all of us should strive for. But now, like, even have the ability to strive for it, do I want to strive for it? Is it worth it to me? Is it worth it to us? I don't think for a lot of us it is. That's why we're in the MGTOW boat.
So stay tuned as we talk the talk and walk the walk and explain why men are done and not coming back anytime soon. As I said, ladies, men are done. They, like Elvis, have left the building. Oh, I know you don't like hearing that. I know you're sitting there wondering why and deciding it's all the men's fault. And then you're wondering why they aren't talking about it. Why men aren't like you making social media post after social media post about it.
I mean, yeah, maybe men en masse aren't making videos about it, but there's men like me, men like you, men like all the other creators that are making, I think, at least creating a voice for the men that want to talk about it.
Why men aren't making videos trashing women like all of you do with the ones trashing men. The reason is simple, ladies. Men don't do that. We don't need to. We don't need to make noise. We just walk away quietly, systemically. We don't need protest signs or dramatic speeches. We just go. We're gone. And the wild part, it's all your own fault, ladies.
Yep.
It's not on the men, it's on you. And it's not because men hate women. It's because men finally did the math. They looked at the risks. They looked at the legal system. They looked at the culture that treats them like problems waiting to happen. And they said,
yeah, math ain't mathing.
Yeah, no, I'm not signing up for this. For decades, men have been told that they're the problem.
Yep.
They're too masculine or not masculine enough. They're too competitive or don't try hard enough. They're too sexual or too distant. They're too controlling or, well, you get the idea.
It's so true. Like as he's saying it, I'm laughing right in my head. It's just like, yeah, they always do complain always about the two extremes. Never any compliments about the people in the middle, because there's plenty of people in the middle, but no, always complaining about the extremes because that's all they ever deal with.
Basically, if anything is going wrong, it's men who caused it. They heard you declare that women are perfect and we men are doddling idiots who can't even manage to feed ourselves or get dressed in the morning without a woman there to tell us how to. Okay, ladies, sure, if you say so. Then came the next message, the one where feminism taught women that marriage was optional, that fathers were optional, in fact, not even needed.
The whole father not needed thing is probably the worst thing that feminism does push. not the worst thing, but one of the ones up there. You know, breaking up families, and not only that, just having kids purposely without husbands and fathers.
And commitment, well, commitment was not only optional, but oppression.
Yeah.
And men providing, protecting, and paying, oh, that part somehow stayed, somehow is still mandatory. Interesting, isn't it, how equality and accountability only travels in one direction. So men looked at that deal and realized all the responsibility, all the risk, and all the consequences sit squarely on their shoulders.
And then there's not much reward for it, right, brother? Like, that's the other like we always say it, the juice ain't worth the squeeze. I think most men would be willing to do all these things and, you know, put in all that work if the juice was juicy and delicious and hydrating, you know, and sweet. Like, that would be wonderful. But no, we squeeze and there's literally no juice, and we're putting in all this effort to get nothing.
And the reward for it all is at best conditional, temporary, and legally dangerous. Because you see, there's the little old thing called the law. The law that has been designed to incentivize women to destroy the family, to destroy men. There's family court. There's divorce laws, which on paper are gender neutral, but in practice are a Damocles sword hanging over every man's head.
Yeah, just like men complain about it, but then the women that are breadwinners have the exact same complaint, don't they?
On top of that, women declared it's all men till it's no men. Me too, and believe all women. And now it is guilty until proven innocent for men.
Damn right.
There is no presumption of innocence, no right to a defense. No, he's guilty as charged based solely on the word of the woman. We now have a society filled with accusations that don't need proof. Accusations that even when proven false, women aren't held accountable for.
And men's lives are still ruined. It's not like you prove it's false and then all of a sudden everything goes back hunky-dory. No, you prove it's false. Your image has already been dragged through the mud. You lost your job. You lost careers. You lost friends. Not all of a sudden everybody's like, oh yeah, sorry, we thought you were this, but you really weren't. So we're back. You know, we're friends again. No, that's not how shit works.
All designed to destroy a man's life. All designed to empower women to destroy a man's life simply because they can. And women have wholeheartedly embraced that notion. They not only advocate for women making false allegations, but stand by them even when they know they did. They cheer.
Just think about that, guys. They advocate for it and defend it. That's what the gentleman just said. That women advocate for these horrible behaviors, and then once these horrible behaviors happen, they defend it to their teeth.
Cheer the lies, cheer the destruction of the man, all while losing their minds at the mere thought of any accountability for themselves or any woman. Men have watched this all go on for years. They've seen other men get wrecked financially, emotionally, and socially for decades now. Not because men are villains or did anything wrong, but simply because they're men. Men have now seen a system that doesn't care who's right, only who's replaceable. And at some point, self-preservation kicked in. Men realized the cards are stacked against them, so they decided enough's enough. And then they did something about it. Not with rage, not with bitterness, but risk management. Men did the ROI and realized there's less than a 5 to 10% chance of actually having a happy, healthy relationship. Yeah, that's
a harsh number.
right, ladies. It's only about 5 to 10%. With 55 to 60% of marriages now ending in divorce, and 30 to 35% of marriages that are still together being unhappy, the math is mathin', and it's showing men that the juice simply isn't worth the squeeze. Men have now realized that women have become too dangerous to even be around.
He's not wrong. This danger factor has skyrocketed with women. Before, you used to be like, you get called creep here and there, maybe. or they just feel uncomfortable. Now, no, there's accusations being thrown around. You could end up being in jail. Things things escalate so quickly in the modern world.
Let alone in relationships with. Which is why we're at where we're at. Why dating, relationships, and marriage are on life support. It's why things are happening the way they are. Because men aren't arguing anymore. There's no point to it.
Nope.
Women don't listen. They've made it clear they don't care to, nor are they even willing to. Men shouldn't have to prove that they're good enough. Shouldn't
Like, even if they did listen, they're not willing to do the work that we ask.
have to chase approval. Shouldn't have to change to be what women want, when women don't believe they have to change at all. No, men didn't get angry, didn't lose their minds like women do. They just simply decided to opt out. And now that they have, suddenly the tone is starting to change. Now women are going into full-blown panic mode.
Yep.
More and more we're going from,
We see a lot of videos of women just, I'm going to be alone for the rest of my life. It's like, yes, you are. You made the steps, took the steps, chose the steps to be so.
all men are trash to, where are all the good men at? Well, the answer, ladies, is simple. Those men are off enjoying their lives without you. They've realized women aren't wanted, aren't needed, and aren't necessary to having a good life. They've come to the conclusion that their lives...
I come to this conclusion too. Like, as much as I want families and kids, like I said, I kind of come to the conclusion I don't really need it to be happy. Should I really strive for it if I don't really need it? Or is it something I really want? Is it an ego trip that I want kids so badly? Like, what is it?
are far, far better off without a woman than they ever were or could be with one. That is the reality, ladies, like it or not. They're still the same men, just with a different attitude. Men aren't angry, they're just indifferent. This is the result, the consequences of all that vitriol that women have piled onto men for decades now. It is now showing up in things like lower marriage rates, lower birth rates, more women saying they can't find anyone on their level, whatever the
Higher homeless rates for women.
hell that is. And what is the response from the ladies? Well, of course, it's to blame the men. God forbid they take any responsibility or accountability for their words, deeds, or actions, right?
No, it's just men are cowards and too scared to go approach women. No, you're just not worth it.
No, instead of asking, did we help create this and what can we do about it? Women's response is to pile on even more toxicity and delusion than ever before. Now men are intimidated. They're emotionally unavailable. Men can't handle strong women. Yeah, okay, Toots, that's it. Sorry, but men can not only handle strong women, they in fact prefer them. The problem is, strong women are very few and far between. Sorry, ladies, but being a royal, self-centered, egotistical bitch doesn't make you strong. What it makes
They really do, though. They really think that is empowerment.
you is intolerable. And what men won't tolerate anymore is all that contempt, entitlement, and toxicity you hurl towards men 24/7, 365
Don't forget about the disrespect.
in an attempt to prove how strong you are, or more precisely, aren't. And then there's the legal systems that treat men like walking liabilities, treat them as something to be disposed of. Yeah, no, men aren't putting up with that anymore. Sure, independence is attractive. Disrespect is not. Confidence is attractive, but hostility is not. Having standards is fine, but telling men they aren't allowed to have any themselves is not. Demanding the world while giving literally nothing in return and treating men like defective service providers is not. Ladies, you can think and say whatever the hell you want. That is your right. But we men have no obligation, none whatsoever, to listen to it, nor to put up with it.
True.
which is why men are
That's why I said the ability to walk away.
choosing peace. They're now off building careers, starting businesses, training their bodies. They're traveling, investing, sleeping better.
I'll tell you guys now. If you guys are out there trying your best, starting businesses, taking risks, and, finding crafts, training yourselves, I just want to say I'm proud. We don't hear it. Men don't hear it from other men or from other people too often. As long as you're taking the correct steps to better your life and you're working hard towards it, I am proud of you guys. Keep at it.
And realizing that life is a lot calmer when nobody's constantly grading their worth by what they provide. And the dating market, it's starting to feel that absence. Because when men left, as I said, they didn't announce it. They didn't make video after video crowing about it. They didn't need to campaign or protest. No, they just simply stopped participating and they went silent. And that silence is a brutal signal. Not because men are lost or because they're afraid, but because they finally decided, they finally realized the game wasn't worth playing anymore. That you ladies simply aren't worth it. So no, this isn't a warning of what's to come. It's an after-action report of what's already occurred. Men have already made their choice, and society is only now realizing what that actually means.
I mean, look at all the other videos I've done of the Asian countries, Japan, Korea, and stuff, and China, the men over there. Bye.
Society is realizing that we're on the brink of collapse as men continue to walk away. It's no longer an if, but a when. And ladies, it's all of your own doing. Okay, I'd love to hear from the ladies what they have to say about all this, though let's be honest, most of them didn't even bother to watch it, and those that did won't say anything.
Or they're gonna trash talk us for being weak men or whatever it is, because then they're gonna take any accountability for all the things we've said. We just pointed out basic things, basic behaviors, and basic, reciprocation that we're not getting. But it's still gonna be blamed to, oh, it's men's fault.
No, they'll just dismiss and deny it all.
Yeah.
And men, I want to get your 2 cents too. Do you think the ladies will ever come to grips with the reality that we men are done, with the reality that they're the cause of it? And if they do, would you then welcome them back? Would you come back? Let me know down in the comments.
Yes, I do think sooner or later women are gonna come back. No, I don't think most men are gonna be okay with it. Right? It's like all of a sudden you treated me like trash, and then the moment you realize you're screwed is when you want to be nice to me again. Yeah, no, that's the big definition of being used and abused. Men are done with it. I don't think they're going to accept them back. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that, and catch you guys next time. Ciao.